Hello everyone, welcome to Consultaire and interleagueit.com. To conduct a document review utilizing the Training Requirements Program under the SQF Module 2.9.1, first is to check if the document title matches the uploaded file name on the dashboard. In this instance, we do have the same titles as the Training Requirements Program. And then next, both must have the same document code. For this example, we do have 2.9.1. And since this is a template, we indicate the PCQI as the account initials. However, we can customize the code based on the company's initials. For the page number, we use the page X of Y format, ensure that it reflects the current page position and the total page number of the document. Then here, insert the company logo together with the company name and company address, and enter the designated department. Next, for the originated by section, it can be the food safety, quality assurance, or the quality control personnel of the company. The originator ensures the implementation of the quality management and document control system. Enter the name of the originator, affix the signature, position title, and the date originated. For the reviewed by section, it can be the personnel assigned in the quality management department who reviews the drafted document or its revision for accuracy and implementation. Again, enter the name of the reviewer, affix the signature, position title, and the date reviewed. For the approved by section, it must be the person in the C-level management who has the approval authority. Enter the name of the approver, affix the signature, position title, and the date approved. The revision date is the same as the date originated or drafted by the author. For the effective date, it is the date the document was signed and approved. The publication date is when the document is published for distribution and initiated personnel training. The implementation date is when the document is distributed and personnel training is completed. For the supersedes, put original for the initial issuance of the document, or any revisions reflect the initial revision date before the current revisions. And please be reminded that this section must be properly filled out to be compliant. First, we have here the purpose. The purpose is the implementation of any certification standard or compliance with a regulatory requirement. For this program, it is for the implementation with the SQF Module 2 Edition 9 for food manufacturing under Clause 2.9.1. And under purpose, we have to implement SQF 2.9.1.1, the responsibility for establishing and implementing the training needs of the organizational personnel to ensure that they have the required competencies to carry out those functions affecting products, legality, and safety shall be defined and documented. Next, to implement SQF 2.9.1.2, appropriate training shall be provided for personnel carrying out those tasks essential to effective implementation of the SQF system and the maintenance of food safety and regulatory requirements. Second, we have scope. The scope of the program is based on the purpose and serve as a guide in defining and describing the layout of the procedure. And we have here the employer management training and the training requirements. Third, we have policy. The policies are the rules set by the company as their implementation guide. And we have here training management implements the training needs of the organization personnel to ensure they have the required competencies to carry out those functions affecting products, legality, and safety shall be responsibility of the quality department. Next, management ensure that all training is conducted to each member of their staff receives adequate training for their tasks required of the manager and supervisor. All training is conducted by qualified personnel such as area supervisors, managers, quality personnel, and preventive control qualified individuals or PCQI. Fourth, we have is procedure. The procedure is a step-by-step process and the actual implementation of the policy. And we have here the requirement. And under requirement, we have a written job description detailing job function, duties, and expectation is kept on file, organized for each department staff member. Each staff member possesses the necessary education, experience, and training, or combination thereof required to perform their assigned duties. A written training and education record are kept on file for each employee. The training record shows that the staff member have received training and education adequate to perform their tasks job function. Next, verification of competence is performed for all staff members annually on all pertinent practices, procedures, methods, techniques, and SOPs. Next, we have is language. Instructions are available in the language relevant to the staff via translated materials and a translator explaining how all tasks are critical to meeting regulatory compliance. The maintenance of the food safety and process efficiency are to be performed. Next, we have the new employee training. The area supervisor arrange all trainings required to ensure that a new employee has needed skills and understands all job functions assigned to the employee. Training can be the following forms: working with receiving instruction from an experienced and qualified coworker, training by the supervisor, and training by use of qualified person outside the facility. The training includes making the employee aware of all written procedures governing their job function. The training includes a comprehension quiz to assess the personal understanding and comprehension of the instruction. And here we have the ongoing training. When job requirements are changed or added to, training is performed to ensure that the employee understands the new functions. Training can be in the following forms: working with and receiving instruction from an experienced and qualified coworker, training by the supervisor, and training by use of qualified person outside the facility. Next, we have the 3 stages of training. Stage 1 we have is read. The trainee must read all part of the procedure, method, and SRP for which they are being trained. The trainee put initials on the training document to indicate that they read the required material. The trainer also puts initial that they are satisfied the trainee has acquired an adequate understanding of what was read. For the stage 2 we have is the observe. The trainee observes a demonstration for the task they are to perform or the procedure for which they are being trained. Stage 3 is to demonstrate. The trainee must demonstrate the ability to perform the task with acceptable proficiency and with minimal supervision. After each of the 3 stages, both the trainer and the trainee put the date and initial on the training document to acknowledge that all training requirements had been met. Next, the equipment or the materials. This is applicable copy of procedure, standard worksheet, work instruction, and etc. This is to be discussed at the time of training. Applicable visual aids, presentation and study materials. Applicable office supplies, binders, folders, pens, and etc. Forms refer to the documents. Fifth is responsibility. The responsibility of the person is indicated. It covers what to perform to comply with the procedure or the policy. Under responsibility, you may enter the position title if it's Food Safety Team Lead, PCQI, or the SQF Practitioner. This will perform annual inspection of personal training records. Next, enter position title. It's for Food Safety Team Lead, PCQI, or SQF Practitioner, and this will perform annual verification of employee training records, and you may refer to the training schedule or the personal department training records. You may again enter the position title, Food Safety Team Lead, PCQI, or the SQF Practitioner. This will perform re-verification of competency or the refresher training. 6 we have is the corrective action. The corrective action is the process of taking appropriate steps to eliminate causes of nonconformities or other undesirable situations. Train all personnel on this policy and reference SSOPs. Noncompliance will require retraining or dismissal from job duties or termination of employment. 7th, we have the review quality. The review section serves as a guidelines for conducting the annual periodic review. Training needs analysis has been conducted. Training needs analysis is based on job descriptions required with the SQF system. Training needs analysis includes coverage for all shifts and relief. 8 is the reference documents. The reference documents are the set of documents used to implement and monitor a program, policy, and procedure. And under this, we have the training schedule and personal department training record. 9th, we have is the references. The reference section is composed of guides utilized to implement the program. Examples are the certification guide, regulations, and other widely accepted scientific journals, research, and the like. It is also must comply with the standard format citation, which can be based on either MLA, APA, Chicago style, and update the access date. And under references, we have the SQF Standard Edition 9 for food manufacturing, Section 2.9.1, Training Requirements. Next, Title 21, Food and Drugs, Chapter 1, Food and Drug Administration, Department of Health and Human Services, Subchapter B, Food for Human Consumption, Part 117, Current Good Manufacturing Practice, Hazard Analysis and Risk-Based Preventive Controls for Human Food. And under this, we have the Section 117.4, Qualifications of Individual who Manufacture, Process, Pack or Hold Food. Next, Section 117.9, Records required for this subpart. Next, Title 21 CFR 110.10, Subpart A General Provision, Personnel, GMP in Manufacturing, Packing, and Holding Human Food. Next, Title 21 CFR 120.13, Subpart A General Provisions, Training, Hazard Analysis, and Critical Control Point. Lastly, we have is history. The history section is where we can update a program if there are any changes or revision made in the document. If there is a revision, enter the revision number, the revision date, the description of change made, the author or the originator name, and the title or the department of the author or the originator. Thank you for participating in this document review. Content presented are for training purposes only and are based on the interpretation of standards and best practices and must be customized for your intended use. To fully customize your programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and lessons for training, you may contact Interlink IQ or Consultor Inc. at services@interlinkiq.com or simply call 202-982-3002. And for free access, you may visit interlinkiq.com.